Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How you all doing? Welcome back to some more FIFA 20 Career Mode here today on the channel. We're back on our Borussia Dortmund Ultimate Difficulty Career Series on Fifa's Realism mod. Here today we have the last fixture of the Bundesliga season. We face Hoffenheim away. After playing 33 matches in the Bundesliga, we have mathematically won on 90 points. Bayern Munich finish in second with 86. So regardless of the result, here today we have a 4-point cushion. 29 wins, 3 draws and 1 loss to Bayern's 2 draws to 3. Hoffenheim finish in third place, surprisingly, followed by Julian Nagelsmann's RB Leipzig, or Rasenball Leipzig. Werder Bremen finish in 5th, but you got to give it up for Freiburg. They've finished in 6th and have gained European qualification. Hertha Berlin finish in 7th and Schalke in 8th. Later after the last match of the Bundesliga, we face Hertha Berlin, who finished in 7th respectively in the league on 49 points in the Pokal Cup final. Let's get stuck into Hoffenheim today. They have Kramaric up front, Rudi in the midfield. The top goal scorer, it looks likely, is going to be Robert Lewandowski on 27 goals, followed by Marco Reus on 25, Leroy Sané on 21. Waldschmidt scored 14 goals for Freiburg, so that's what really dragged them to that high finishing spot. So we've won the German Super Cup against Bayern at the start, and we have mathematically won the league here today. However, there's still a lot to play for. Obviously, lifting the trophy at home at Signal Iduna Park, and Marco Reus has a chance to chase Robert Lewandowski's goal-scoring record. Rudi puts it just wide of the right there. Haaland to Axel Witsel, finds Sané on the left, curls it around and starts off the scoring here. 7 minutes in, it's Leroy Sané to put another goal on his crazy record this season. The first time back in Germany, he's made it 1-0, just for the 14th minute there. Good through ball, not many players tracking and marking him, and he scored his 22nd goal of the league campaign. Get in. Pressure is mounting for Hoffenheim as they want to try and hold on to that Champions League spot and push on. Kramaric gets tackled by the defence. Hazard looking for fellow Borussia Dortmund support. Axel Witsel puts in another amazing through ball to Sané, and he nearly gets through there, but it's being cleared out by the Schalke defence. A nice ball over the top to invite pressure for Hoffenheim. Bebeyu. Ball comes in, it's deflected. Hazard trying to create a counter-attack. Oh my god. Erling Haaland has created an amazing opportunity for Sané. He won't be gifted with the goal or the assist, but he was that important third man, putting his body on the line to flick it to Reus and eventually get it to Sané. He scored a brace on the final day of the season. He's still got the energy coming in as a replacement for Jadon Sancho. Brandt trying to create another counter-attack. As much as Hoffenheim have had some attacking opportunities, I'm not going to lie, they have been toothless in their final third. Witsel there putting in a hell of a tackle, and that's the type of defensive highlights I like to see. Both players committing their bodies in central midfield, colliding, smacking together, and fortunately Witsel was able to get straight up and get the ball and create an attacking play for Erling Haaland. And his first campaign in the Bundesliga, signing from Austria, Salzburg, has got up on the score sheet here today. What a crazy first season he has had. 3-0 against Hoffenheim. I'm just working so well with this team. I've got like the perfect triple substitution. The thing is with Dortmund, you just want to sort of nail and knuckle down those wingers because they've got such a high quality of goalkeeping, which we had an unlucky injury with Berkey. Apart from that, everything was coming swimmingly with the defence and midfield. But just nailing down consistent wingers was the challenge, as I do prefer to play with them, kind of like inside forwards as well. Leon Bailey, Sane, Oyarzabal, and Thorgan Hazard. Those four wingers I attribute my success to. They have massively unlocked the potential of Erling Haaland and have gifted opportunities to Julian Brandt, Götze, Eden Hazard and Aubameyang. They just work so well, they're so fluid together, which is fantastic. In the second half now, in the 52nd minute, Hoffenheim try to press the attack, but they look like a shadow of the former side. They were under, of course, Julian Nagelsmann, which, interestingly enough, they finished in 4th. I thought Werder Bremen, Wolfsburg and Schalke would have done a lot better this season, but it's really been the Dortmund, Bayern Munich, Schalke and Hoffenheim show, and Sane there is still relentlessly pushing forward on the left-hand side. The ball comes in aerially, but Erling Haaland can't quite get to it. Hoffenheim trying to have one last-ditch attack against Dortmund here, trying to build something back from the left-hand side, and Haaland is somehow miraculously intercepted. He's still holding up the ball well, not afraid to drop back into central midfield. Brandt feeds Rafael Guerreiro on the left-hand side. Royce to Haaland. Haaland from range is ready to unload, and he does for a second. Haaland scores a brace just before the 80th minute. He's such a... The thing is, right, he's such an unorthodox player because normally this type of player wouldn't work well for me, but he's on fire. Kind of like a Bobby Firmino, but like lower rated. I've actually played better with Haaland this season, with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang fresh off the bench. That's what I think. I don't know. Leave it in the comments. But 4-0 now. Hoffenheim still trying. I keep on going to call them Schalke because it's easier to say, and it's a similar blue kit. Kramaric there for Hoffenheim. They're being good sports about us, hosting them at home at Signal Iduna Park, but they really look lackluster in the defence. Sloppy, and Marco Reus there is clearly going to draw a minimum of a red card on the opposition and potentially a free kick. It probably should have been a penalty if I'm being honest. Marco Reus just outside the edge of the area. Should be able to step up and take this one 20 yards out. However, due to the close proximity, it might be a little bit difficult to get this knuckleball up over the wall. Royce steps up and puts it wide to the left by the smallest of margins. Not too bad, but really should have tested the goalkeeper more. Sane intercepts there to create another counter-attack for Dortmund. Royce waiting for fellow runners and support with Sane, but unfortunately the tackle comes in. A good defensive display from Hoffenheim. Now on the right-hand side, which they've looked a little bit blunt of, they're still pushing forward with Ruddy. He'd be the type of player we should pick up and snatch up from other sides, maybe even some of the top goal scorers from the others. But Sane there can't quite contend, and stop with him is denied his hat-trick by very poor shot there. Nearly got that one away. From the corner kick here now, Royce ready to whip it into the box. Finds Haaland, but it's straight at the Hoffenheim goalkeeper. But that's it. The full-time whistle has blown. We've claimed the 3 points here today against Hoffenheim, and we have cemented the 2019 to 2020 season in the Bundesliga with a Borussia Dortmund victory. We've gone and won a double here today, starting off the season tremendously well with the German Super Cup winning 3-1 over Bayern Munich, and now finishing off the last day of the season against Hoffenheim. Hummels, the captain of the club, the second captain. It's Marco Reus is the captain's armband. I thought he might have come off Royce. That's what sometimes go to. He's going to Royce. So Royce is the captain of the club. Yeah, because I usually have to substitute Royce off sometimes. That's why I've gone and said that. But he's lifting the trophy, the shield, as it were. And we've hit one piece of our major victory conditions as Dortmund. We've rebuilt this Dortmund squad. It was a little bit shaky with the loss of Sancho moving to Manchester United for £150 million. We've managed to rebuild Dortmund adequately and spend the cash sensibly. We've been able to compete, push on and harry against multiple competitions. After the victory here, we still have some Champions League fixtures to come and the Pokal final in the Domestic Cup. Player of the competition announced was Marco Reus. Unfortunately, he couldn't get enough goals in the final match of the season. Robert Lewandowski was crowned the sharp shooter of the Bundesliga. We've made it all the way to the final of the DFB Pokal, beating RB Leipzig in the semis. Unfortunately, Hoffenheim were knocked out against Berlin, and we're going to be facing them in the final. We're still playing our 4-3-3. Hazard, Haaland, Sane, Reus, Witsel and Brandt. Hakimi is going to be sitting on our right-hand side. Hummels in the defence, along with Berkey and Rafael Guerreiro on the left-hand side due to Schultz's persistent injury. I'm not going to lie, Fifa's realism mod is brutal when it comes to injuries. We lost Berkey for the first 7 to 8 weeks. We lost Hummels for a good 2 months halfway through the season. And now we're missing our key left back. You need to have squad depth in all positions. Obviously, the harder of career modes you do, lower down the leagues, you just don't have that adequate squad depth. But, fortunately enough, with the selling of Sancho, we were able to push and press on. Let's have a look at this Hertha Berlin squad. So, they have a couple of recognisable names. Samir, Bayega, Matthew Leckie, really? And they've got Kalou up front from Chelsea. So you have a chance to win a treble here today. The treble would be winning the DFB Cup, the Bundesliga and the UEFA Champions League. Whew. Haaland there, looking to start things off early. But we can still win 3 pieces of silverware here today. The second on the major list. Dortmund pushing forward. Axel Witsel from range. Haaland is getting in some slight and cheeky positions, but can't quite capitalise on it just yet. Hertha Berlin flip it over the top. They haven't had the best of Bundesliga season, so they're determined to put a hell of a performance here in the cup final, because at the end of the day, in a final, anyone can win. Form, consistency sort of goes out the window. Randomness and RNG comes through. Kalou, the former Chelsea Champions League winner, puts it on a plate for Hertha Berlin. And it's 1-0 just for the 15th minute. Borussia Dortmund are shell-shocked 15 minutes in with Berkey letting that goal in. Absolutely bends it into the back of the net. What an outstanding strike there by Hertha Berlin. Hakimi trying to press forward and create something. Sane comfortably goes to Haaland. Brandt trying to slip through Reus. Reus runs into dangerous traffic and is dropped instantly. And it does, unfortunately, create a Hertha Berlin counter-attack. But the Dortmund defence hold fast. They keep on pressing, pushing forward. Sane can't get the second flick here, and he's not having the best of matches, only getting a 6.5 rating at this point. Easily, just sloppily giving away possession. Trying to go at it again here now. Brandt, we might have to shift things left because Sane is just not gobbling up those balls. But he has this one. 2 poor conversions. Now he's in the box to Reus. And the shot wasn't the best in the end. Reus. Brandt. Hazard. A good flick onto Rafael Guerreiro. The perfect wing back. Can't quite get it into the box. Slow day at the office. Marco Reus has had a poor conversion of 0. 41 minutes played. It's not looking good for the Bumblebees. Royce. Hazard. Cuts back, dodges 2 tackles, burns the last defender. He has to go through on goal and hits the side netting. Haaland. Trying to get the ball to foot. Brandt with a good back heel. Witsel. Hakimi. Back to Axel Witsel. Royce, Brandt and Royce. Haaland go for goal! Can't quite drag it around. Hazard. And after 55 minutes we've had our fair share of the opportunities, but we just can't seem to capitalise on it. Sane from range! It takes a absolute crazy goal there by Leroy Sané to rocket off the post. It had to be something special. What a strike. A stick of dynamite from Leroy Sané there, just outside the edge of the area. What, 30? 34 yards out. Hammers it with his left foot. Manages to curl and bend it around to the Berlin defenders. Hits the post. A magnificent goal to keep Dortmund in the tie to make it 1-1. Will this match be pushed to penalties? Sane now whips it into Royce. Royce back to Haaland, and it looks like Hertha Berlin have just been so defensively sound in this match. It might take another miracle goal to separate the two sides, because they're just sitting so well back in the defending and containing incredibly well. Royce, Brandt, Sane here now. Sane, acres of space, burning Samir. Sane unselfishly finds Julian Brandt, and it's the smallest of lightweight feather-tip touches there to drag it away. Ramos on a yellow commits his body, rises to the occasion, but it wasn't to be. It's time to do a triple threat substitution. We need to keep the attacking momentum and try and stranglehold grip back on this match. Leon Bailey. Oyarzabal comes on, along with Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Aubameyang pushing forward, ready to stop the first pass. Leon Bailey to Royce. Royce back to Aubameyang. Aubameyang, Royce at the edge of the area. Leon Bailey somehow gets a pass in, and Royce gets a second shot, and it's Bailey! It's Leon Bailey. That was one of the hardest goals I've had to score. Royce gets 2 shots denied. Bailey with the cross has to get the follow-up there. If we don't have a 90-pace winger in that exact situation, I don't think that goal goes in. Leon Bailey comes up clutch to score his second goal of the Pokal and wins it there on the day. I'm officially delighted to confirm and announce we have won a treble in our first season with Borussia Dortmund. Unfortunately, guys, it is time to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. If you're not enjoying the series, feel free to leave a dislike. Check out my social media links if you want to stay connected with me. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, all in the description below. Highly recommend Twitter. Every single time I post a video, a tweet goes out. It's much more reliable than the YouTube sub box these days. To get all the notifications for the channel, you have to click subscribe, of course, and the bell to join the notification squad. I do enjoy reading those comments. If you guys want to get yourself some cheap and reliable games, maybe some PSN and Xbox codes to buy packs for Ultimate Team, or maybe just some games, I really do recommend checking out my affiliation link, G2A. There's some really good prices, so even just going looking around, to be honest. Anyway, the Patreon Steam group there as well. Come and join the community on Steam. My name has been Simpzy. Stay tuned for more videos on the channel. Make sure to take care of yourselves. Have a fantastic rest of your day. My name has been Simpzy. Goodbye. Mahrez whips it into the box. Royce! That is just ridiculous. With the layup, Marco Royce